Okay, y'all, good morning, Thursday morning. We got about, we ain't got a whole lot to do. Probably about $600 or $700 real quick this morning. And, yeah. Your boy's struggling this morning, y'all. Struggling. I woke up a little bit late. It's 10 minutes to 8 now. I've been up a hot hour, and usually I'm do a little bit better than that, y'all. A little bit better. We're going to do this job that we ain't done before. I looked at it a while back. When I looked at it, you know, we were going to do a cleanup over there, but he didn't want to spend the kind of money I thought that he needed to spend. So I decided I bailed out of the cleanup, but now he wants to mow the grass. He said he hired somebody to do the cleanup, and they did mow the grass. But you know, I know how that goes. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. I might have made a little error today on our priorities. This job right here came up, and so I went on and penciled it in first, because it's the farthest away, but it might bite me because they weren't calling for 100% chance of rain last night. They were saying like 25 or 30. Now they're saying 85% chance of rain around 11. So it's 8:15 now. We ain't even gotten to the first one. We need to get over here and get this one done, because the other two are the money makers. This one right here is just a regular lawn maintenance job. So we need to get over there and get the dump trailer, which I got to make a run to the dump for that customer over there. She does that about 2 or 3 times a year. She'll give me a couple $100, man, to go to the dump, plus pay the dump fee. So dump fee's usually about 40 or 50 bucks, and she'll give me 200. So that's why I got the dump trailer today. Okay, y'all, I'm over here, man. He told me they cut this grass. They ain't cut this grass since I looked at this job. So, man, this job's a mess, man. I'm gonna be at about $250, man, for the first cut over here. All the spraying, man. Oh my God, dude, this is brutal. And this is what I'm talking about. When you get people to do cleanups and stuff over here, you see how they did us, man? He said he did a cleanup. He didn't pay us to do the cleanup. I didn't do nothing but just cover this up. See, if it had a lawn maintenance guy, whoever's going to be maintaining this, whether it be me or somebody else, then they would have made sure that all this stuff got sprayed. See, this is this job right here is impossible, man. Look at it, man. It's brutal. And look at that grass over there. See, that's maintained. This is not. And just because they came in here and threw some pine straw down, that don't mean nothing, man. But look, that ain't worth a damn. I bet they charge them $1,000 to do that, and it ain't really. It's for nothing, because all that's got to be sprayed. Sometimes when you think you're gonna save a nickel, you know, by getting somebody that don't do lawn maintenance, and then you want the lawn maintenance guy to maintain it after somebody cleans it up. Well, a lot of times it's best to have the lawn maintenance guy do all of it, even if he does charge more, because he knows what to do, right? He knows what to fix. But I ain't got time to kick him, man. This is bad, dude. So y'all see, man, this is just straight nasty, man. This is a bad property, man. It's going to take about 3 or 4 trips to get it in order. I'm not willing to spend, well, he's not willing to spend the money, and I don't have the time to be doing major cleanup over here, because that just shows you that whoever, when they hire somebody to do cleanup stuff, and it's not, and it's the cheapest guy, usually the one that, usually the cheapest ones are the ones that don't have equipment. I mean, that's just the reality of it. So, what ends up happening is they get over here and they throw some pine straw down, and that's all they did. They didn't do anything. They might have weed eated the beds, but that's all they did was come over here and throw pine straw down. And that's why he didn't get me to do it, because I'm not willing to just do that. I want to make sure we do some preventable stuff. Like, I would have made them spray the beds before they put pine straw down. It looks like that's all they did over here, was throw some pine straw on the ground. Yeah. So we needed to hurry up though, and get to a point where I can spray, because if you don't spray over here, then it's all for nothing. Every crack in the driveway's got crap in it. Weeds growing just crazy. So he don't want to spend money like I need him to spend. He probably just paid some pine straw guys to come out here and throw pine straw down. That looks like that's all they did. Probably threw about 60 bales of straw down, but they didn't do anything else. So he probably spent $300 when I'd have came over here and I would have done all the prep work for probably $400. And he really needs a whole nother plan over here, because he's not the type of dude that's going to maintain everything. See, you got to look at it like that too when you know your customer. And I know this customer. He don't give a damn. I don't know when they cut it. He says he sent me a text, said, well, it was cut less than 2 weeks ago. Bullshit, man. I mean, maybe somebody told him they cut it, but they didn't cut it. I'm telling you, it doesn't look like it was a cut at all. 9:15, y'all. So I need to get on over here. This looks better, but it ain't nowhere near up to specs, man, if you ask me. So it's fixing to rain though, dude. We're gonna get caught up. We need to get over here and get all this furniture on the freaking whatever she wants to haul out. We need to get over here and haul it out, man. That needs to be, priority number 1. We need to get the dump trailer loaded up. I rode by that church I looked at yesterday. I rode by that church, and the dude cut it. So now, now that he cut it, or somebody cut it, and I'm assuming it was him, because they said he's supposed to cut it before Friday. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know what's going on with them, but it's almost like a waste of time for me to go over there and meet with them after hours and all that, because I don't think that I'm going to get it, because I know I'm not going to be the cheapest guy. I'm never the cheapest guy. And he's already established there, and he's not doing a bad job. I gotta say, it doesn't look that bad, other than yesterday, just the mowing part. So I'm probably gonna, I don't know that I'm gonna meet with them or not. I'm still on the fence about it. What's the point, man? Because when you do free estimates, you can get dragged doing that. I don't think they're gonna fire that guy. If they do, they're gonna hire. If they fire him and hire somebody, they're certainly not gonna hire nobody at a higher number. And then you got to ask yourself, if you're me, is that just? It seems like just a big waste of my time. And that's what we're selling out here, is our time. I don't like wasting my time, man. And me go over there at 6:30 after hours, even though it's only 6 miles from the house. I don't like it, man. I don't want to look at it and only to know that I'm not going to get it. Because if the guy were doing a crappy job, you know, and wasn't doing any of the little detail stuff, then I'd be more on it. But it seems to me the guy's doing a really good job over there from what I saw, man. You know, and I don't know if they're expecting me to do better than what he's doing for the same money, then why would they do that? No, they're going to want me to do it like he's doing it, and for cheaper. And I ain't cheap, so we're trying to beat the rain. If it rains real hard, and I think it's going to rain, man, we might not be able to do that skid steer job tomorrow. We might have to push it to Saturday. On a regular cut over there, I'll probably charge 100 and a quarter, 150, something like that. See, by it raining on us, it really hurt us, man. Taking the calculated gamble, it would have been a lot better if we'd have came to this one first, and then did those two. We could have done those two. Yeah, we could have done those two first, and then we'd have been a lot better off. So now we can't do those two. No way. So. Okay, y'all. So let me, so the camera went dead on me earlier, and well, that's just one of those things, man. So I've been working on this. So we got the door out of the skid steer. So, and I'm going to clean the whole machine now. There's that bolt right there. Okay. So I took all the glass out. I cleaned it all up. I cleaned this frame up real good. This frame is on point, man. So that's where I'm at, man. I don't really feel like doing it tonight, man, because, well, it's Friday. I'm a little bit tired. Yeah. So a couple things going on too, man, that I was gonna talk about for a second. So y'all know for a couple years I've been saying I was gonna sell the Kia, right? I sold the Kia. Toby bought the Kia. I've had 10 guys out here talking about they're gonna buy that car. You know, I had a couple guys out here for a couple years talking about they were gonna buy that car, and they never did. Never did anything, you know. So now that car is sold. I'm glad that I got rid of it. But there ain't a lot going on, man. Another thing too, this weather, the rain that we had, it's cost us that $1,900 job. It cost us that job this week. And tomorrow, Monday, the owner over there is going in the hospital, and she doesn't want to make, she's got to have surgery. She doesn't want to make any moves until after that. If we could have came over there today and did the job as planned, you know, then that would have given enough time before Monday. But now she's saying that, you know, we were going to possibly go tomorrow. Maybe not, it rained pretty hard. So she's gonna have her surgery, and you know, you never know, that job might not ever come back. that's why it's real important, you know, to me, and I got a disclaimer. It's real important to you do the jobs as soon as you get them, within reason. They were all for me coming on Friday, but that Thursday rain knocked it out. Now they're saying maybe next weekend if she's up to it, right? So that was money I was pretty much already counting, so they knocked us out of today's work. We worked a little bit. We did a few yards, just enough to cover expenses and labor, but nothing more than that. So now we've had a good week up to this point, but yesterday and today was not good days. But that's okay, I mean, you're gonna have days like that. Thursday and Friday, yesterday and today, we didn't do much more than expenses because of the weather. But I was going to overcome that with the skid steer job, and now the skid steer job is getting pushed. So sometimes you're calculating and you don't calculate, right? But I don't know when I'm going to do the window. I got everything it takes to do it. I'm assuming, maybe somebody will leave me a comment. I'm assuming, because I can't see nowhere, that you apply this primer to the actual glass, right? Or to the, And the way this thing goes on there, it's really counting on this stuff, the stuff to hold. One thing that I think I did wrong on the last time, or a couple of things. The number one thing that I think I did wrong is I pressed it down real hard when I put the bead around on the metal. I put this thing down and I held it down with vices and pieces of wood, right? So that they say that is not good, because the more you pinch it, the less material to hold it because it pushes it out just like it did here. I'm thinking about maybe I don't know, some of you guys might be able to tell me. This is the bottom of the door and that's the top. But let me show y'all something real quick while I'm thinking about it. So this is the inside, right? And this is where the bead goes. See that? And all the way around, right? What I'm thinking about doing, is some of you guys might, y'all might be able to tell me before I do it. What I'm thinking about doing is after I do it and put it on there and not press it real tight and let it set, then what I may do is and I don't know if I can I drill a hole through this stuff? I think I can, and put a screw, not real tight, but just to hold it, like one here, and one here. I mean, you never even see it really. That would really hold it in place, but you don't want to go too tight, because that would be the equivalent of smushing it down too much, right? So, and this is a thing that the shop gives you. The shop gives you a lot of options, because I don't have to do this right here, sit down and do it in one wop. I can take my time and do it right. What I did is, this stuff right here is what was on here. I peeled it all off, man, with this. And then I went back with the wheel. And, yeah. They were saying that somebody said they touched this stuff up with acetone, to clean it. But I don't even think that's necessary. I think it's clean. That wire wheel. So I'm going to make the bead on here, it needs to be really high, Because the only place this thing really held good, right, is at the bottom, you know. That's where it held real good. Because right here is where the bead's gonna go, right? And what goes on the frame, but the window sits down in there. But when you are opening and closing the door, this is the inside. But when you're on the outside and you're closing the door, you're pulling on it and you're pulling it that way, which is not good. And that's why I think some screws up here would really help. But I know that I've read somewhere where you could crack this stuff. And this is a $350 piece of plexi. So, but since we're not going to be doing that job, you know, at the earliest next weekend, you know, that we were supposed to do today, I could take my time with it. I don't have to be in a hurry. So that's why it's out of the skid steer, and that's why it's on my bench. So I got rid of my other bench, and this is the new workbench that I built. It's pretty cool. I got a router. I had a router. I don't know where the hell the router went, but I'd like to route this, and maybe I'll just hit it with a damn piece of sandpaper. You know, I got a belt sander that I sand it hard, man, and kind of round it, and I need to screw the top down. And then I'm gonna put, you know, some of that black Omni board up back here. Yeah, I don't even like that white pegboard no more. When you actually, this metal stuff is a lot more. And then, you know, then I can hang tools on here and get them off that bench. And a lot of my tools are on that bench. And one thing, you know, I could go on and on about a lot of different stuff. One thing, I love the Omni board and everything, but one thing I do not like is these right here. They're not very practical. I like the ones that come up, stand up, right? But these right here, they're great magnets, but they're not very practical because you can have a 14 millimeter and you could take it up here and it won't fit in. It won't fit in the 14 millimeter slot. Because of the thickness of the socket or whatever. So I'm not a big fan of those. I'm probably going to end up buying. I would love to have these as a magnet, and you know, but I'm probably going to buy a lot more of these right here. I'd like to have about 2 more, and then I can hang some of this stuff. You know, there's a lot of stuff here, man. I can hang on here. You know, clear off some of this bench stuff. And of course, you know, all these saws and stuff, they go up there. But anyway, y'all, I'm finna get back to the house. I gotta edit the video. It's about 8:30 right now, and we'll get out here and do this tomorrow or in the next day. I need to let it set for a couple of days before I try to install the door again. So yeah, y'all, deuces.